Welcome back to the channel everyone, and this week we are going to be finally tackling this pile of rotting wood. It has been there ever since we bought the place a few years ago, and it's always been on our list of things to do. However, with us previously just visiting throughout the year, we didn't really have the time to get through this. Now that we're going to be actually using this place to store the wood for the lower barn renovation, we do need to get this tidied up. So let's crack on with it.
Yeah.
Nails. I like that. Tied in there.
Hang on.
Right, so I'm going to grab it at the end. You grab it just a little bit higher up there, and then we drag together. 3, 2, 1. Drop. That'll do. Okay, so most of this is now gone. A lot of what's left is just too brittle to be lifted up by hand, or we're going to be better off just doing it with a shovel. So I'm going to bring a wheelbarrow. The wheel in that has already got a hole, as in the tyre or the inner tube if it's got one. So I don't need to worry about puncturing that because it's already knackered. Tidy this up. The bigger beam further back. It's a little bit heavy. It's raised off the ground already, so I'm just going to bring a chainsaw and cut it up where it is. It's probably going to be decent enough either for firewood for winter, or possibly the barbecue pile. So we've got 3 going. There's the firewood pile, so we're going to cut that up and chop that up for firewood for winter. There's the barbecue pile, which isn't quite good enough to sort of bring home because it's going to have some rot and other stuff in it. And the massive pile at the back, that's basically a just get it gone, burn it ASAP pile. because it's just rotten, it's got wood worm and all sorts of stuff. So yeah, and we need to tidy this up so that it's got time to dry off and yeah, not sanitize itself because it won't obviously, but so that it's a little lower risk for the wood that we're going to put on here. We recently got a puncture in our wheelbarrow wheel and also in one of the wheels for our little trolley that we take down to the farm. So I had the idea of trying to fix the punctures with a tyre repair kit that we have for our bicycles, just in case it was going to work. Initially it did seem to work, however within a couple of days both the wheels deflated again, so the tubes will need to be replaced. And in fact the wheel for the wheelbarrow also is now at a point where the tyre needs replacing. This week we've also received a notification that our water pipe has arrived. Now there's one particular delivery company that just doesn't really like to deliver to our house. We don't really have any issues with any other company, but there's one in particular that just won't. They'll sometimes send a notification saying that they tried but they never do, and eventually we have to go and pick it up from Aushan by Penamacore. And that's what happened here. But the good news is the pipe arrived, so that's in the upper barn now, waiting to be laid down. Since we were close to Penamacore, we decided to also go and check whether my residency has been signed off at the Camera, and it has. So I now officially have a Portuguese residency, so we can get on with getting Joe's. Now what we'll do is we'll cover residency in a standalone video later on this year, once we have a better idea of whether Joe's has been approved, whether we had any hiccups and so on. And we'll go through the process for me and for Joe in a separate video, so stay tuned for that if you're interested in Portuguese residency after Brexit. Oh, and we also went to get some stakes for vampire hunting and some wood for the electrical installation in the top barn, which you will see us build in the next video, so make sure you tune in next week. Okay, so we've just had a delivery of a battery for the off-grid farm. Now, it arrived on a truck which wouldn't fit on the street, so the driver had to park sort of down the road by the side of the main road, and then he had a forklift truck, not forklift truck, a pump truck. And he just wheeled it up to the door for us over these cobbles, which probably isn't great for electronics.
Oh really? I never thought of that. It doesn't say don't shake it.
No, but I don't think they expected to shake 120 kilos worth of freight very vigorously. But I imagine I would hope so that it's protected in there.
Yeah.
But yeah, basically this battery pack is 120 kilos, and we can't just open it and take individual cells in. It's a sealed unit. So we've got to, the two of us, somehow get it in the house until we're ready to take it over to the farm and get it connected. So that'll be interesting. Right, so how about, just for a feel, you try to lift this end? Just a little bit.
Oh, jeez. I don't think I got that off the ground.
No.
You're on your own.
So we now need an idea. So it's not on a pallet, it's got those pallet legs
Yeah.
attached to it. So if I can... So basically, I can just about lift that off the ground, but I certainly wouldn't want to be standing up with it if I could help it. Joe can't really lift it off the ground, so we can't just sort of lift it up, so we'll have to drag it, there's no other way. So I'll lift it and you push. Don't do your back in and you're not lifting correctly, but you need to lift with your legs, not with your back.
I know, but I can't lift with anything.
So just slowly. 3, 2, 1.
There we go.
Okay. I'm gonna lift it and you're gonna have to move it underneath, but I'm gonna try to be as quick as possible.
Okay.
Okay. This makes it a lot more manageable.
Yeah.
Carpet's the winner. Right.
You're going to crack it open?
We need to crack it open, yeah.
What do you want? Is there any use to you?
No, because it needs to be flat. I think I can make it with just the pliers. Let's pop the crate. There we go. Oh! Right, so we've got some cables. Oh, the cable's labelled up for us. So, that's battery cables. I've already got some battery cables upstairs anyway, but it's good to have these, and I've got the lugs on them already, so that's good. Oh, this is the back of it, but I don't really want to lift it because I don't want to drop it afterwards. So. Right, if you guys want to see this installed, then make sure you're subscribed because we are going to be assembling the electrical system in the coming weeks. We have the vast majority of things we need now. Solar panels are upstairs. This is the battery, inverters upstairs, all the cables. Yeah, that'll be fun, especially given my no background in electrics whatsoever. Oh, what's this? So what's in here? Ta-ta! Right, so that's the top cover. But eventually, once it's installed... Oh, and here are the wheels! Because we don't really have a sturdy wall to attach these things to. That's... God, they're heavy duty. Just a shame, I was hoping to see the face of it. But not today. We had to be quite careful when handling this wood because a lot of it had really old rusty iron nails in it, apart from other metal hinges and bits. So I've ordered a magnet to fish those out of the ash later on. If you like this video, then do give it a thumbs up, leave us a comment and subscribe so that you don't miss future content. But for now, from us on this rainy farm, bye for now.